Hi guys, welcome back. I just got a short video here. A bit of context around what was happening was I was just farming some havens, and I was doing that on all of my accounts. And on one of my accounts, I wasn't paying attention to the last spawn, and uh, a Domination Dreadnought spawned in and actually killed my Ishtar. So now I'm preparing to actually go and kill the Dreadnought spawn. So I just wanted to show you this clip to see how it's done. I'm using several accounts here, so I'm going to be scouting on one of my accounts in another system. I'll be using my second account to have a Sino ready in case I need to jump out. Which you should always have a Sino ready if you're ever going to be using capitals. I'm not going to go too much into about what you should be doing when you're using capitals. I'll leave that up to you. This is just personally what I have in place for when I'm doing this scenario. And of course, I've got my main in the capital. There was just a newt that came through the system, just in a shuttle. Just then you saw me scan them on D-scan, getting all of my accounts into place, and then undocking in my capital. I'm now going to warp into the haven where it spawned. I've chosen to warp in at 10Ks. I want to get in as close as possible. I didn't warp to 0 because I didn't want to hit the structures when I landed, causing me to bounce. Even though once I hit siege, technically I will hold in place. I still didn't want to have the chance of me being caught on something when it came for time for me to be warping out. As a quick look at what I've got built there, I didn't go over the modules. But one thing I can just say as far as like builds in places, I found it to be a lot more effective to have a buffer fit, mainly buffer fit, with a repper on there. I found that when I've been fighting the dreadnoughts, that I will normally kill them within a quarter of siege. And also that sometimes I might get like a quarter into my armor or halfway into my armor, depending on if that particular dreadnought is a repping one or it's just a buffer tank. So we'll just fly into the site now and begin the engagement. So I've arrived in the site. I've locked up the Domination Dreadnought. You can see that the bounty there is 120 million. I've gone siege green and activated all of my lasers. And now I'll drop this on pretty quickly. It was just a buffer fit, so it went down quite quick, about quarter of the siege cycle. So I'll just leave it here and I'll just continue to kill it. And then what I'll do is I'll come back in, I'll mark the wreck, and I'll come back in my Ishtar and loot the wreck, which was a pretty good drop. So we'll see what that is in a moment. and now I've gone back in my Ishtar. A few minutes later, I bookmarked the wreck. The rest of the ships in the haven had been spawned at this point. And I'm going to go in and see what's on the wreck, and also grab the items out of my other Ishtar that I lost. And we can see here I've had this great drop. So a blueprint for a Domination Capital Shield extender. I hadn't seen one of these before. When I've looked up the Domination Capital Shield extender module itself, valued around 450 million ISK. So great little find, definitely worth. Obviously I prefer not to lose an Ishtar, but it's definitely paid for itself already. And this is by far the best drop that I've seen out of a Dreadnought. So was very pleased with it. Anyway, I thought I'd just post this up here. Hope you guys enjoy, and good luck with your Dreadnought killing.